Scatterbrain. Have you ever been called that? Felt like one? This is the creative vision of Brian Bergheiser, who is the former lead singer and founder of the rock band I Prevail. And after years of personal turbulence and industry chaos, he is stepping into his own world. And he did a cover, his own rendition of the song Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift. It has over 1.2 million views, so he must have been doing something right. And I am very intrigued by it, and I want to check it out with you guys. Welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel. My name is Rosalie. We go around the world to explore music, various cultures, to educate ourselves, to find encouragement and entertainment. I'm really happy that you're here. So if you like what you see, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's check out Scatterbrain. And before we dive into this one and figure out what he does, do me a favor though, before we dive in, go check out Scatterbrain. I'm going to link him to this video and all the links will be in the description down there below. Please go subscribe to him. I love bringing you new artists that are either new to you, new to me, new to all of us, and showing the music industry, especially these corrupt, money-hungry labels, that we can do our own thing. So this is your way of supporting your favorite reactors by watching our videos, but also by supporting these artists that we are bringing to you and promoting. Let them know I sent you. Are you guys ready? Scatterbrain. Look what you made me do. You guys know that expression? Have you ever said that to anyone? Has anyone ever said that to you? We'll talk about it, what all that means in a second. Oh, snap. This feels much darker than Taylor Swift's vision or rendition. Oh, here lies Brian.
I don't like your little games. Don't like your tilted stage. The role you made me play of the fool. No, I don't like you. I don't like your perfect crime. How you laugh when you lie. You said the gun was mine. Isn't cool. No, I don't like you. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead. I do it all the time. I got a list of names and yours is it right underlined. I check it once, then I check it twice. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. I don't like your kingdom keys.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've never listened to the original Taylor Swift's version from start to finish, and I always assumed it was about a guy. A lot of her songs are, right? I figured this was about some dude and she did something, never really explored the lyrics. And I'm not sure if she meant with her original what I feel he means with his rendition. But regardless, he has brought that song to life to me in a whole new way. I like this better than the original. Don't be mad if you're a Swiftie. This is freaking epic. Did you see what was on the x-rays? A vocal polyp, some type of growth on his throat or vocal on his voice. I wonder if that's a nod to something he's been through. It talked about his personal turmoils in his bio. Maybe, health issues or issues with his voice. Is that a nod to that? But I do think that the song is about the music industry. You see how he's crawling out of the dirt, out of the grave, all the ink being poured over him. A lot of music industry nods. I mean, it's crazy to me because the whole ink pouring over his face, I've seen in more than one music video. In one, it's actually a Christian band. Was it Mercy Me or one of them? The Blameless or one of their songs where there's a bunch of ink dripping from them, which is a song from back was that even in the 90s or early 2000s? There's plenty of other videos where the ink is being used in some shape or form. Then him crawling out from the cemetery, out of the grave. Is that a nod to Thriller and to Michael Jackson? Could this be a conversation and a play on all these various big hits and bands in various genres that have come out of the music industry? Maybe even bands that too, or artists that had been scrutinized by the music industry and by the world. I don't know. But that aside, this whole song to me feels like it's about the music industry, the way he's holding up the record and this award looking thing. Oh my gosh, but this is freaking amazing. Okay, listen, before we do anything else, subscribed, like, oh, heck yes. Please go subscribe to him. I'll put all the links below, guys. Please, please, please. Let's lift up these independent artists.
I don't like your kingdom keys. once belonged to me.
These lyrics really sound like maybe even Taylor Swift back in the day was singing about the music industry and how the music industry took her work. The kingdom, right? These corporations that took stuff that were hers, her songs. Didn't she have to fight for a big ordeal of her having the right to her own music? Gosh, that's crazy. Wasn't that the case with Justin Bieber too? Multiple artists. Ray has been through that. It's ridiculous, the corruption.
You asked me for a place to sleep, locked me out and threw a feast. The world moves on and take another trauma. But not for me, all I think about is karma. And then the world moves on, but
Karma. Anyways.
not for me, all I think about is karma. And then the world moves on, but one thing's for sure. Maybe I got mine, but you'll all get yours. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead, I do it all the time. I got a list of names and yours isn't red underlined. I check it once, then I check it twice. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me. I'll be the actor starring in your bad dreams. I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me. I'll be the actor starring in your bad dreams. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, taking everything from him. The contract, the tour bus in the background, people taking his awards, and the contract, that dang contract that gets so many artists entangled in things they would have never imagined. That idea that we can make you rich and famous, and they just take and use you, bleed you dry.
I'm sorry.
Takes up.
The old Brian can't come to the phone right now. Why? 'Cause he's dead.
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Oh, oh, oh. Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you made
Hold on, I gotta go back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Scatterbrain. Okay, please, you guys, listen to me. Please listen to me. Go subscribe to Scatterbrain. I'm going to link it in the video. I want you to go. It's even in the description. I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. But don't be so lazy. Stop being lazy. Go subscribe to Scatterbrain. I did. I am impressed. Okay, couple of things. I like that better than the original. Not even going to lie to you. I sound like my husband now. Not even going to lie to you. I am so amazed with this rendition. I think that maybe this was about the music industry even when Taylor created it, or, you know, whoever's behind all that. But I feel like he brings the message of it to life in a whole new way. Of course, she, you know, is known for her pop songs and a lot of times a lot of double entendre. Is it about some love or somebody that did her wrong? Is it about the music industry? Sure, even her songs can be taken in various ways. And it's fine and it's fitting, right? When you have it in a pop song, that's the stuff that'll sell. So I get it. And it's her niche, it's her brand, it works. But I feel like this genre does the idea of being fed up with corporations that are corrupt, a monopoly of a system that is leeching off of artists that are just looking to create and to put themselves out there. The anger that is awakened when you find out more of what's going on behind the scenes. I think this genre does that kind of frustration justice. And so the whole rock metal feel is fitting to that frustration, right? To the topic. But he does it so much justice because not only has he a really intriguing timbre to his voice, there's that grit, there's the rasp, there's a crazy vocal control. I mean, the screams and those notes he was hitting with perfection. the growl, the grit, some of that vocal fry at times. I love how he was using all of it. I mean, the way that he was using his vocal box and going from the lower ranges to the grit, to the high screams, back to that almost poppy-like singing, the kind of stuff that we love in our favorite bands, okay? I feel like he had that. Amazing vocal control, amazing vocal range. And then, like I said, it just does justice to that. The whole music video, a whole production in and of itself. So shout out to everyone that was part of that project. I'm really impressed and I really love the feel. Like I said earlier, are these different styles a nod to other artists and bands that have come and gone, that are part of the music industry? Are these nods to artists that have been led to the slaughter and have experienced abuse, defamation, and hurt at the hand of the music industry? Is this a nod to Thriller, Michael Jackson? Are these different styles and elements, the surgery room, the Dexter vibe kind of feel, the Michael Jackson Thriller vibe, the Ink, aka Mercy Me, or all these other bands that have done that? Is that a nod to those people, creations that have come out of the music industry? I think it's also fitting that he is crawling out of the grave. Of course, it adds to that feeling, to the rock. It's fitting to the whole vibe. Here lies, right? Brian Bergheiser, who is Scatterbrain, he lies here. It's his coming out from the grave. And it's this zombie looking guy. It's a Frankenstein looking guy. And it starts with those more airy notes. And now you see all these awards and all these things that he must have achieved in his time with the music industry. And it's being shattered, and now it switches to him. And I love just the play on the color grading from black and white to color. A conversation maybe about finding himself again. You know, he was dead and now he's coming back to life. He's going from that black and white, there's no more color, to light. I think we underestimate. We see people that have a platform, and I think it's easy to forget, first of all, that these are really people, but two, also the hardships that they go through. That this is really not just, oh, you can sing and play an instrument. The world's going to be handed to you on a platter. So you're so lucky that someone, wanted to sign you, or that you have an agent. No, these are people like you and me that have dreams, for whom music means various things. It's not necessarily always about the fame or the money, even though it's nice to make money off of the things you love. But it's often also because some people, they need to create. It's their identity. This is not just a little hobby on the side, and if they can make a little bit of extra cash, cool. For some people, that is all that they know how to do. For some people, that's all that there is to them. And in order for them to feel alive and free and find some type of purpose in life, they have to create. And so when you put them into a music industry, into a system that feeds the rich, that bleeds the up-and-coming artist dry, a system that gives cents, fractions of something to the individual artist, while the corporations are cashing it in through reaction videos, through the latest releases, through Spotify, you name it. It's a very messed up system. That's not even to mention what they ask of you. You might have an artist who has a heart for something, who has a passion and a vision for what he wants to create. But if the music label, if you've signed with any of them, doesn't want you to do that, you can't do it. They're going to want to tell you what to be. And you have people then that become something they can't even recognize in the mirror. People that might tap into a genre they never saw themselves doing. People that have to be hypersexualized to be able to sell. And now they just become this shell of themselves in order to bring in the money, because they signed a contract and they signed their soul away to the devil, when now what they really were, who they really wanted to be, is lost. You see that all the time. The kids being exploited, coming up in the world that is Disney. And then they turn up into these addict adults who have seen what God knows what type of abuse and exploitation. And then we're surprised why they lose their minds. We're surprised why you hear these crazy stories of people falling off or end up getting hurt or hurting themselves, because that world, Hollywood and that whole world, is a dark, dark place. And it takes so much strength to either escape it or to stay true to who you want to be and your morals and values. And you have a guy here, long story short, I don't mean to get too deep into that whole topic. I think y'all know all of this. I think he does so well with this song because it's this idea of, I'm calling you out. You guys laugh when you lie. You said the gun was mine. Or you told me that I am in charge, that I've got it. I don't like you. Excuse me. And then that pre-chorus that now says, I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. And both times before the chorus, that's the idea. I learned my lesson. And then that switch to the back and forth between him singing, the guy with the brain fitting to the idea of surgery. Like I said earlier, the whole vocal polyp surgery, x-ray scan? Is this a conversation about something that Scatterbrain has experienced himself? Crazy the guy has a brain, because the artist's name is literally Scatterbrain. Fitting though to the whole cinematography, trying to wash off the ink, which is fitting to that contract that is later handed to him. What is that a conversation of? Trying to cleanse himself of all the fine print that he's now been stuck with. All the, the written words, all the promises made that are now just being washed down, all the ink of the contract he signed when he sold his soul, walking down the red carpet, brilliantly making it known that this is about the music industry. And like I said, the lyrics, a very brilliantly done song. Back to I got smarter and harder in the nick of time. I rose up from the dead. I do it all the time. I appreciate this because it's calling out the system, but it's also not speaking of defeat. I'm getting stronger and harder. And now he's singing to thousands that are jamming out, that are having a good time, rocking out. I appreciate the honesty of this. I appreciate it also that eagle flying, because I think often eagles are a representation of freedom, of something that is, that American eagle. Germany is associated with the eagle. The eagle often representing something strong and free. And I think that could be a conversation about his desire to be free, to be his own artist. And then saying, I trust nobody trusts me. I find it interesting that he's both the patient and the surgeon, doctoring around on himself, doing the singing. What is that a conversation about? He's going to fix himself. He's going to try to bring himself back to life. It's not going to be anybody else. All the awards being taken away. The tour bus drives off in the end. He's looking at this contract. And now on the phone, it's old Brian that says, can't come to the phone. Why? He's dead. The old me is gone. In a straitjacket, feeling like he's losing his mind. I think this is brilliantly done because it speaks of the personal turmoil, like he said in his bio on his YouTube channel, personal turbulence he experienced in industry chaos. Brian is stepping into his own world, a genre-bending project fueled by raw emotion, reinvention, and mental health awareness. I love that. Scatterbrain blends rock, hip-hop, and everything in between, reflecting the highs, lows, and breakthroughs that define the human experience. Who doesn't love that? Please, you guys, be my ride or dies right now and subscribe to him. This is the kind of artist that is worth subscribing to in my book. Go follow him. Go tell him that I sent you, if indeed I did. And tell me what you think about this song. Make sure to subscribe for more music from around the world. I'm happy that you are here, and I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo!